keep you wide in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Wake up, the day is bright, time to feel the flow. Turn your dial to Livewire, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, from 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today. We'll keep you wired in every way. We'll keep you wired every way. In every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. So grab your coffee, your tea, or toast. And Courdel Jones will give you the most. Livewire will give you the way. To the energy, the beat of the street, the show that connects, it's where people meet. We're wired to your world, we got the news. On Livewire, there's nothing to lose. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. Wake up, the day is bright, time to feel the blue. Turn your dial for your vibe, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today. We'll keep you wired in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Wake up, the day is bright, time to feel the flow. Turn your dial to Livewire, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's
Morning, and welcome all to another episode of Livewire with yours truly, Courdel Jones. It is the 14th of April, 2025, and we are in Region 3 at the Ministry of Housing and Water, Central Housing and Planning Authority's regional office in this area. Now, what we have here going on today is yet another Dream Realized activity hosted by the Ministry of Housing and Water and the Central Housing and Planning Authority for Region 3. As you would know, several activities would have been held for the year thus far, and this is just another. Just recently, last week, I should say, the ministry was at the Artichoke Conference Center where 1,000 house lots were disbursed on the East Coast area there, and persons are here this morning to go through the same process here, but for the Wales housing development on the west side here. Let me get some shades and I'll show you exactly what's happening down here today. This is the main tent area where the official proceedings will happen. We'll hear from the ministers, we'll hear from the permanent secretary. We'll also be hearing from the persons there at the Central Housing and Planning Authority on the development so far as it relates to the disbursements of house lots, the target that they were looking for since 2020, which was promised in the manifesto, and the fact that they would have or are working feverishly to surpass that target, right? This here is the main area in the GWI Ministry of Housing's compound here in Region 3. That's in Port Ryan. I do see the permanent secretary here already. I do see Minister Courdel as well. There's also another section. Let's see. There's also another section in the West Demerara Secondary School. I'm not sure as to what's happening over there, but we'll head over there to see what's going on. However, the housing staff seems to have themselves pretty organized here today. Persons are able to come down here and get their allotment process started. As you can see, staff all the way on the outside here, dealing with customers, checking their letters, ensuring they have all the relevant information for the allocation process. So again, a platoon of housing staff are out here dealing with potential allottees in terms of getting their lot sorted out during this process here today. So over there, the West Demerara Secondary, there is a setup over there as well. Let's go and see what's happening on that end, and then we'll be back on this side to probably take you through the official proceedings. We'll please try to have a quick talk with Minister Courdel. Did I turn the music off? Jeez. Right. Sorry if I didn't turn the music off. My bad. We mobile. Anyway, so. Oh wow. Oh wow. So clearly there's a lot more people over here at the Westdam Secondary School. Ooh. Jeez. Sorry. Jesus, please. So just to give you an idea, this is the West Demerara Secondary School. And as you can see, quite a few people here already. Right, so quite a few people here for the allocation process. Ooh. In my view, at least 1,000 people here already this morning. The event is scheduled to start at around 8:30 this morning. So persons were out very early, to get in the lines and get their allocation moving forward. Right? Wow. I was not expecting. I am really shocked to see this large number here. Wow. Right? So all these Guyanese are out this morning to take part in the allocation process. And again, the Ministry of Housing staff, they're out in full force. Oh. Right? So, wow. Wow. All the stands are filled. And again, this is for the Wales Housing Scheme, which is a new development on the west side there. And these persons will be allotted today. And this will only continue to add to the count of house lots and housing schemes that have been filled under the Air Fanali administration, giving persons new hope, new life, a new sense of security in terms of not having to study about rent, a landlord. You have something to own. You have something that you can, something that you could take to the bank, you can you have more options when you get your title in your hand. Nevertheless, we see the housing ministry under the leadership of the of both ministers of both ministers doing exactly what has been mandated by His Excellency, pushing the housing drive to ensure that persons are able to benefit from affordable housing. Quite a few people here already, right? Um, so, guys, just hold a second. Let me get some stuff started here.
We are a peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We're gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow, but never break. Our fathers came here, and they lived and died here, and we ain't moving nowhere, make no mistake. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass.
We love the open county of the Rupununi and the Essequibo, daytime or night. Though we may criticize it, this is our home, we love it, and we need to keep it. We have that right.
We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. We are a peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We're gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow, but never.
Right. Again, we're coming to you from Port Ryan on the west side, west bank of the Demerara, I should say. Um, at the Dream Realize activity here, hosted by the Ministry of Housing and Water and the Central Housing and Planning Authority. One section of the activity is at the West Demerara Secondary School. We're going back over to the main area that is the regional housing office within the GWI compound here at Port Ryan, where the main activity is about to begin. We'll try to see if we could get a word with one of the ministers as it relates to allocations on this side thus far, and how the ministry has been progressing with the Wales housing scheme in terms of readiness for occupancy. Lots of work has been happening there as well. So we're gonna head back into the main area here so that we could talk to some of the officials. We have some other stuff to discuss this morning, but I was really trying to have this section done separately and then we get into any other business, you know?
You're going to see like lots of them.
So guys, we're going to be quickly talking to Minister Courdel. Minister, good morning
Good
to
morning,
you.
good morning.
Region 3, you're on a roll. Every region. So just last week you had Region 4, 2 days, about 1,000 lots distributed there. We're in Region 3 again.
Actually, Region 4 it was 1,500.
1,500. Sorry for the wrong number. No, we're in Region 3. Talk to us a little bit about what's happening here today, the Wales housing scheme. What are the numbers
So
today?
the Wales new housing development, you would have heard the president over the last month speaking extensively about that area. And so that's where we have gotten additional lands for land allocation. And so we continue. We have started the areas already. So it's not anything new that we're doing over the last. We've started it earlier this year. So we have 1,000 house lots that we're allocating today. And we normally do this in batches because we also have to look at different categories to ensure that everyone is served. As we commit, this is in keeping with our commitment that we're working assiduously to clear the backlog of these regions. And maybe I'll speak a little on it this morning too, but I've seen comments that says, "Oh, you're clearing the backlog for other regions. What happened to Region 4?"
Right.
But it would be deceitful if we don't put into context. The pending applicants in Region 3, for example, is probably 10,000 if you round it up. The pending applicants in Region 4 is 40-something thousand.
Wow.
So, but we're allocating too. So I'll give a little regional breakdown in the opening comments. But I want to say to persons that we're working assiduously to clear a backlog in all the regions, and this is only part of what they're doing. The very staff has additional duty to do in terms of signing, processing the titles, etc. So this is only one aspect of what housing does. We're asking, but before you go on, I'm asking for your listeners for those persons who have housing matters or pending applicant, we're asking for their patience. Just follow in terms of our social media page. We keep you posted. But we're working assiduously to address everyone.
Yeah, Minister, your ministry has been, as you said, working assiduously since 2020, new housing schemes, making sure persons get their titles. How do you feel about the effort put out by your staff at the ministry and CHNPA?
So I'll give you two comments. One, from the perspective of the persons who have received our services, we're talking about 44,000. and you talk to them, you made a difference in their lives, they're happy, they now start their own home, etc. On the other hand, when you see the comments on the social media, whenever there's an activity, there's always someone says, "Well, I haven't been attended to. What happened to me?" And a lot of some derogatory comments. But here we have to take into context for the 4,000 house lots that we've allocated to their date. That has never been done in any one period, and that's a lot of land that we're making available for home ownership. You have to do the infrastructure, etc. So that's heavy investment. We've done about $250 billion so far.
Right.
And so when we're speaking about housing for those who have not gotten through yet, you also can't just look at it from that perspective. You also have to look at what we have done today.
Right. Anyway, Minister, where's the next locations persons can expect an activity like this?
Well, we're working on the Region 6 before the end of this month. In fact, the 25th and 26th, we'll be in Region 6. We have disruption these coming days in terms of Easter, and the staff has been working beyond the
Right.
call of duty.
Right.
We just came back to back from Region 4 on Friday and Saturday.
Right.
I mean, I know sometimes I also ask for members of the public who are seeking services for some patience too, because these staffs are, as I said, working beyond any imagination of the time that we have in terms to do this. But we're committed because we want everyone to be able to be served.
Right. Minister, where does, at the end of today's activity, where would this put the ministry in terms of the government's promise in terms of affordable housing? Where does that put us in terms of the amount of house lots disbursed under this
That will
administration?
take you to about 45,000
45.
plus. And just a point to note, in this Wales area, the infrastructure, the access, these persons will be able to access this year.
Okay.
That's a big difference. It's not just about allocations. The biggest difference too is in terms of the infrastructure. Persons who were allocated in 2021, 2022, they took a while to start seeing the area because the infrastructure work was the year after.
Right.
Now we're doing current year infrastructure. So that means by the end of 2025, before the end of 2025, persons will be able to access it.
Okay. Minister, thank you for talking to us.
Pleasure.
Continue the good work.
Thank you.
So that was Minister Courdel talking to us about some of the Dream Realize activities that has been happening so far, especially the one today. He correcting me. I thought it was 1,000 house lots last week in Region 4, but it was 1,500 to be exact. And the ministry continues to push out excellent work in terms of trying to ensure that every single Guyanese has an opportunity to access affordable housing. These persons who are here would have already went through the process. They are ready. They're almost ready to get over to the payment areas there. I see the section for the steel and cement subsidies as well. So those will be disbursed here as well today. I'm pretty sure. I did see over on the other side there, payments being made for titles. The map is. So we're going to give you a quick look at the map so you can have an idea of the area that these allottees will be occupying pretty soon. This is the allocation process. There's also an identification process as well, where the allottees will go with the staff from the Ministry of Housing to identify their lots. So this here is a look at the Wales Viva La Force, Plantation Lorenzo, and Viva La Force and Plantation Lorenzo. So these are the lots that persons will be allocated here today. As you can see, there is space for a primary school, multi-purpose recreational facility, playgrounds in all these areas here. So it's clear that the ministry would have taken, look, daycare facilities and nursery, green spaces, more playgrounds here. So the ministry would have taken the time to ensure that there's a commercial, this is commercial, right? Yeah. So there's a commercial zone as well. So as I said, the ministry would have taken the time to include all the necessities for a vibrant, viable community where persons in this area can get everything that they need. All that's missing here is a secondary school, but nursery, primary school available, recreational facilities, commercial zones, as I said, and quite a few house lots to be dispersed here. This here is the survey unit, which usually takes care of that. Over here, as you could see, this is the steel and cement subsidy, where the government is assisting persons money with their getting their foundation done with this subsidy here. Of course, you have to apply for it, and once you apply, you'll be able to benefit from this subsidy. So again, we're coming to you live from the Region 3 Housing Office, where they're hosting their Dream Realize activity. 1,000 house lots are to be dispersed here today for the Wales area. As you could see, Minister Kroll is here, PS Coupen is here as well. All the ministry staff, they have been working very, very hard, I must say, over the past month. So it was Bartica, Kokwani, Letem, Region 4. Now they're in Region 3. So again, hats off to the housing staff for putting out such a good effort in terms of ensuring that persons have the ability to access these house lots and move forward. Right? Now, that aside, we got some other things to talk about. So, so, yeah, listen, anybody who know Randy Mangru, y'all gotta talk to this guy. Randy Mangru. Randy Mangru is trouble. I need to get some shades, guys. Just give me a second. The sun very bright. Excuse me. Yeah, guys. So Randy Mangru. So Randy, Randy, make me laugh. Let me turn the camera. Sorry, guys. Anyway, like I was saying, Randy Mangru, this boy is trouble. This boy is trouble. Anyway, let's get into it this morning. So I saw Randy had a talk with a presidential hopeful, and once what jumped out at me is I feel like people like Spas Guyana, man. Like to me, any wishy-washy person think, well, they could become the president of this country. Is that kind of high pass we really got for this nation? Huh? Really and truly? Any PR person vying for the presidency? Oh man. Oh man. I was happy to hear a lot of the announcements made by His Excellency and a commitment to, further the development across the nation. Oh boy, this is trouble. Right? I was really happy to hear those announcements from the president, and this could only continue to augur well for the trajectory we're on as a country, and the heavy set of development that we have been seeing for that to be for that to continue. Now, that aside, we um,
But I've been waiting for that. And you related to this, college position. So I can build my business. I know everything, we have a lot of plans, but,
sorry.
um, visualization. I mean, a lot of persons who were not in a position I am, where I have many families home, but,
Guys, listen, I gotta go and set up for the mainstream. So sorry, we can end this here and we can start the stream back in a few. Please bear with me. Right? Sorry about that.